All right, welcome back to Perdido Key Gaming. Today we're looking at Heroquest game system, high adventure in the world of magic. 14 and up, 2 to 5 players, Avalon Hill. This used to be, I remember seeing this advertised, and you can get it back in the early 80s. It was advertised in Dragon Magazine and all that stuff. Pretty big box. But took the plastic off, haven't really looked at it, and I never played it, strangely enough. I mean, it was a huge sort of Dungeons and Dragons light thing. You got this thing covering all your little miniatures, your dice. You got your green guys, white guys, red guys, skeletons with scythes, and a bunch of these dice. And probably if you took this off, it would probably all fall through. Plastic's pretty light on that. I don't ow. Let's see if I can get one of these minis out real quick. Let's take a look. All right, so plastic, pretty light on the stand. Maybe you can put glue a penny in there or something, some sort of heavy thing. Perhaps if you've got rare earth magnets to spare, you can put a magnet, something metallic underneath your game board. Hold those guys. This box top wants to go everywhere. So, yeah, I mean, back in the day, it was Dungeons and Dragons light. Get yourself some things that were holding the plastic stand. But Dungeons and Dragons light, and I mean, I remember seeing it advertised as early as 81, 82, something like that. And it was a TSR thing. You got yourself some wrapped up documentation / game board material here, and really wrapped up. I guess I didn't want parts to get away from me. All right, what in the why? All right, I'll give them props for that. They got this thing wrapped up very nice. They really didn't want the manual to go anywhere. Quest book. Alright, so we got the quest book and the game system rulebook. We got some cardboard tokens, which are fairly flimsy. Got your Heroquest Game Master screen, I'm guessing. Goblins, skeletons, zombies, orcs, abomination, mummies, dread warrior, gargoyles, and the rules. And a piece of tissue paper, thanks. And yeah, got even more stuff here. All right, so board is pretty big. Takes up your entire kitchen table, I would imagine, or your dining room table, whatever. And I'm assuming, yep. All right. Let's try not to knock the camera over. And that would be more miniatures. In this case, walls, furniture, character sheet, cards. Yep. Set yourself up on the table and off you go. All right, let's take a look at this Heroquest Dungeon Master screen. On a turn, the hero does one of the following: move, performs an action, then moves. So heroes move. A player can control one or more heroes. Okay, hero moves by rolling 2 red dice, square by square on the game board. Cannot move diagonally, cannot take part of the move, perform an action, then resume the move. So you gotta move, do something. or do something, move. Okay, attack adjacent monster, cast a spell, search for treasure, search for secret doors, search for traps, disarm a trap. Getting caught in a trap, drinking a potion, picking stuff up, opening doors can be done at any time. They do not count as actions. So there you go. Zargon, the evil sorcerer, controls all monster movements. Can move any or all monsters on the turn. Movement squares for goblins are 10, all the way down to the mummy who's shuffling along at 4. Monster, again, can not take part of its move, perform an action, resume its move. So you got to move, same thing. Attack adjacent hero, cast a spell on a hero that it can see, and monsters cannot be caught in traps and don't search for anything. It says take a note. Combat summary. Attacking monster rolls the number of attack dice shown on the monster chart. Each skull rolled counts as one hit against the hero. If no skulls rolled, the combat round ends. Defending hero usually rolls the number of defend dice on their character sheet. Each white shield rolled by the defending hero blocks one hit. So it's in the same thing for a hero attacking a monster. All right, so rule book is probably more in depth. I would hedge. All right, probably. Okay, it is. It gives an example. If you are new, how many pages are in this thing? 20, 21, 23 pages. So you're doing quests and you keep getting to do stuff. You got to set up, of course. Fill in the character sheets, which is Dungeons and Dragons-y-like, am I sure? And you got 2 pages of lore. And you begin a quest and you go do stuff. So here's the quest book, which is what you got: Barbar, Rescue of Sir Ragnar, Lair of the Orc Warlord, Fire Mage. For the heroes, I think there are 5 heroes or 4 heroes that you can choose. So 4 heroes: Barbarian, Dwarf, Elf, and Wizard. Which sort of takes you back to the old first time Dungeons and Dragons, the first edition, where the classes were fighter, wizard, thief, dwarf, elf. Dwarves being combination fighter thieves, right? And elves being wizard warriors, or back then magic user, right? And that's about it in this. Like I said, the rule book obviously is going to explain everything a little bit more, so that's always handy. Yeah, I mean, the tokens are okay. They're a little flimsy. Like I said about the minis, though, you're probably going to want to weigh them down with something. And again, as usual, with anything involving board games on the kitchen or dining room table, if you have cats, don't leave your stuff set up. I remember back in the 80s, I had a cat that used to constantly wreck the war games me and my brother would be playing. Good cat. But otherwise, there's 4. Okay, so the red ones are the heroes. The rest of this stuff is the bad guys. You got your warriors, it looks like. You got your orcs, your skeletons, your zombies. There's your goblins right there. And definitely you can tell who's who in the zoo. So that's got it going for you. And I suppose if you had any kind of artistic skills, unlike me, you could probably repaint these minis, put some primer on there and jazz them up a little bit. Otherwise, looks like fun for the entire family. If you got a friend or you got a relative who hasn't quite taken the step into fantasy wargaming, you can get this online. I think it was about $50. So, you know, it's not a bad investment. Give them a nice big box for Christmas. Anyway, that's all I have for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you like what you see, please hit like and hit subscribe, and we'll see you the next time.